There's a big difference between doing research on others in your niche and watching your competitors and doom scrolling, which kills your mindset. Today, we're talking about how you can shift from scarcity to success in your business by stopping watching your competition and start growing your business. So, hey there, I'm Salen. So many women entrepreneurs are working 50 plus hours in their week, completely burnt out in their business. And on top of that, having to deal with plateaued or declining revenue. After tripling my $1 million business and reducing my hours from 80 to just 16, I now help other burned out women entrepreneurs. So I'm your fun business coach, and I mentor burned out women entrepreneurs so you can grow your business without sacrificing your life for success. And today's topic has been a very hot topic, I feel, over the past year, because social media is something that continues to dominate, and it also continues to wreak havoc on women and their mindset. So social media is a tool. Now, if you use social media privately, I'm going to say, in your personal life, then you probably maybe see like your friends and your family and all of those different kinds of things on there. But when you are an entrepreneur, you need to put that "I'm on social media for fun" cap away and look at your competitors. And I hate using the word competitors, and I'll tell you why. Other people in your industry research hat on and go in with a different mindset. And here's why. When you're hanging out with your friends and family, whatever, you have a different kind of mindset on. But when you're an entrepreneur and you're using social media to do some like intel and research and those kinds of things, you're there to learn, not to compare. Let me share with you a little bit about my story. So I started a senior home care franchise in 2007, and there was 3 of us in my territory back when I started. But in 2009, in preparation for the big baby boomer boom coming in 2011, literally there was a new agency like mine popping up every single month. My salesperson and I would go to meetings and it would be like, "Hi, I'm a new home care agency." And we'd just look at each other like, okay, right? And so this was happening kind of everywhere across the country back then. And so many people in my franchise or home office, in other franchise offices and all of that, we're talking about it like, "Oh my God, what do you think? La, 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 la. We need to watch and see what they're doing." And I was like, no, I really don't care. Because here's the thing. I use that word competitor. When you truly build a business based on your personal vision, and then you cater it to what you uniquely offer to solve your clients' problems, there's no one and no other business like yours. Sure, you could be offering similar services or products or those kinds of things, but they are not you and they can never be you. So when all of these new agencies, senior care agencies, were popping up every single month, and that went on for like a couple years, my salesperson and I, We just put our head down and we just kept doing what we always did, which was delivering quality care with exceptional caregivers. And we even increased things to make things even better. We tightened up our hiring standards. We delivered more. We spent more time with our referral sources in the community because we knew that in order to keep doing what we were doing, we just needed to put our blinders on and run. And here's the thing in business. It's one thing to be aware of what's going on in your industry. It's another thing to obsess over it and let it derail you in your personal business. And so what I always tell women entrepreneurs is I want you to think that you're like on a racetrack, right? Like dogs, horses, whatever, whether you believe in that or not, I don't care. But I want you to put your blinders on and I want you to focus on that finish line. Like you can see it. That is your personal vision of what you want. Your dream lifestyle is that finish line. You have your blinders on and you are going to run as fast as you can towards it while making smart moves, right? Getting on the inside, right? Passing people on the outside, whatever it is you have to do. And you are not going to look back at all until you cross that finish line, which is your dream lifestyle. You celebrate, and then you can look back and see what others are doing. If you're constantly looking back, you're going to continue to struggle in your business, and this is slowing your growth. Here's the thing, right? I remember hearing this quote, and I actually put it in my newsletter. At the bottom here, it says subscribe to the Sunday Shift newsletter. I release a newsletter on every Sunday at 6 a.m. It gives you a little bit of a story of my business journey. It gives you an action step to hopefully have you skip anything, all the mistakes that I made in business. And it gives you some sort of tool or resource in order to help you take quick action, right? So if you have not subscribed to my newsletter, head down there and subscribe, www.passionpurposeposture.com/newsletter. But back to that quote. So I remember hearing a quote, I don't know, a while ago that said, there's no unique idea about that. And I put it in the newsletter, and it really says, honestly, that there is no unique idea. So if you're not sharing your ideas or your business because you think someone's going to steal them from you, please know they are probably not unique, because the quote goes on to say, you've heard somewhere some other thing out there and you've just jumbled it up and made it your own. If you are watching other people in your industry and you think they're stealing your ideas, they're not. They're doing their own thing. And really, they're never going to be you. So keep owning it. And if you're just playing small, because every time you look at other people in your industry and you think, oh, they're so much ahead of me, that is going to keep you playing small. When you work in business, you need to work proactively and not reactively to what else is going on. You just keep moving one foot in front of the other, run your own race, and you cannot look at what other people are doing until you cross the finish line and celebrate your own success. This is what I did in my franchise business. That is how my business generated over $17 million in sales. That is how I went from 80 plus hours a week to just 16 and just continued to grow and grow and grow my revenue, because I put my blinders on and I did what I was going to do in my business, and I didn't look at anyone else. So if your revenue growth has been slow, stagnant, declining, I want you to really dig deep today and think about how much time, money, and energy am I putting into watching what others are doing and not keeping my eyes on the prize. One of the things that my boyfriend loves to do is watch dirt bike riding. And I love watching the commentary by like the GOAT of all time. And he always says, don't look back when you're racing. Like, just keep going. Every time you look back to see who is behind you, you're slowing down. You're losing focus. You could potentially run off the racetrack. And it's the same thing in business. So I want to encourage you today, blinders on, go forward, run as hard as you can, cross that finish line, achieve your dream lifestyle, live your one life, celebrate like a crazy person that you did it, and then you can look and see what others are doing, but not before. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments, and I would love to have you subscribe to the Sunday Shift newsletter, because that is where I deliver my goodness in business. I've been an entrepreneur for over 17 years. Every single week, this is how we build better businesses. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.